Everest, a frozen giant, Mount Everest. Even the name sends shivers down your spine. It's a brutal, unforgiving place. Imagine standing on a mountain, winds whipping past you at hurricane force, temperatures plummet to bone-chilling lows. The air is thin, so thin it's a struggle to breathe. This is Everest, the highest point on Earth, and it's not for the faint of heart. Clouds cloak the summit, a constant reminder of the mountain's power. They swirl and shift, obscuring the treacherous paths ahead. One minute the sky is clear, the next you're engulfed in a blinding whiteout. It's a place of stark beauty and deadly peril. Temperatures on Everest can drop to -60 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than your freezer. The wind chill makes it feel even colder, like knives slicing through your layers. Frostbite is a constant threat, ready to claim exposed skin in an instant. And let's not forget the altitude. At 29,029 feet, Everest towers above the clouds. The air is so thin that every breath is a struggle. It's like trying to breathe through a straw. Your body screams for oxygen, but there's just not enough to go around. Preparing for the extreme. Climbing Everest is the ultimate test of human endurance. It's a grueling journey that demands years of preparation, both physically and mentally. You can't just decide to climb Everest on a whim. It takes years of dedicated training, pushing your body to its absolute limits. I've spoken to many climbers about their Everest experiences, and one story that sticks with me is that of Dr. Jacob Wiesel. Jacob, a seasoned climber, spent years preparing for his Everest expedition. He ran marathons, hiked with heavy backpacks, and even slept in an altitude chamber to simulate the thin air. He told me climbing Everest isn't just about physical strength, it's about mental toughness. You have to be prepared to face your fears and push yourself beyond what you thought possible. His words resonated with me. It's a battle against the mountain and a battle against yourself. Training for Everest is as much about mental fortitude as physical strength. You need to be able to stay calm under pressure, make rational decisions when fatigue sets in, and never ever give up. The mountains bite acclimatizing to altitude. One of the biggest challenges on Everest is acclimatizing to the altitude. As you ascend, the air gets thinner and thinner, making it harder for your body to get the oxygen it needs. This can lead to altitude sickness, a serious condition that can be fatal. To give their bodies time to adjust, climbers use a process called acclimatization cycling. They ascend to a certain altitude, stay there for a few days, then descend to a lower altitude. This up and down cycle helps the body gradually get used to the thinner air. But even with careful acclimatization, the high altitude takes a toll on the body. Headaches, nausea, and fatigue are common symptoms. It's like having a constant hangover. And in the extreme thin air, even simple tasks like tying your boots or melting snow for drinking water become exhausting chores.